2016 marks the 100th anniversary of the letter that Duchamp wrote to his sister, in which he used the word ready-made for the first time. This exhibition at the Galerie Tadeusz Ropak is so important because it shows us that while Duchamp wanted to destroy art for himself, what he in fact did was liberate art. This particular version of the bottle rack by Marcel Duchamp was in fact not acquired by Duchamp himself, but was acquired by one of his best friends, Man Ray. In late 1958, Duchamp was invited to participate in a group exhibition in New York called Art and the Found Object. For this exhibition, he agreed to exhibit the bottle rack. However, the bottle rack had been lost since the 1910s. So he wrote to Man Ray and asked him if he would bother going to the Bazaar de l'Hôtel de Ville and buying a new version if he had in fact no longer had the version from 1935-36, which Man Ray and Marcel Duchamp bought together here in Paris for a surrealist exhibition. Man Ray seems to have lost the 1935-36 version, so he did as Duchamp said, went to the Grand Bazaar de l'Hôtel de Ville, bought a new version of the bottle rack, and mailed it directly to the curator of the exhibition in New York. The bottle rack was actually exhibited in Art and the Found Object, along with several works by Robert Rauschenberg. The exhibition traveled to several places around America and Canada until early 1960. During the time of the traveling exhibition, Rauschenberg found out that the bottle rack was for sale, and it was for sale for only $3. So he purchased it, and at the end of the exhibition in January 1960, he recuperated the bottle rack and brought it back to his studio in downtown New York, where it joined the rest of the artworks in his burgeoning collection. What's interesting about the inscription that Duchamp added to the bottle rack is the fact that it says the following: Impossible de me rappeler la phrase originale. Impossible for me to recall the original phrase. Because in 1916, when Duchamp was in New York, and he had left the bottle rack from 1914 in Paris, he wrote to his sister and asked her if she would create what he called a ready-made at a distance. And he encouraged her to inscribe a phrase on the bottle rack and sign it on his behalf. And we don't know what that phrase was. Whatever the actual, historical reality, which we may never know for sure, Duchamp decided to in fact recall that history in signing Rauschenberg's version by saying, impossible for me to recall the original phrase.